1. While I worked at a home phone service call center, a man called irate, asking why we were still billing him for his phone service when he had disconnected his phone from the wall a month ago. 2. While working at a Maine state park, at what point do deer become moose? 3. During my time at a convenience store in college, a married couple came in to buy drinks. The woman asked me if the bottled water was fat-free. I smiled and simply responded that it was, and that brand was also free of calories. She smiled back and thanked me. Her husband pulled out his wallet, shook his head, and paid. 4. As a web developer, I had a client who was absolutely furious, literally screaming at me when I informed her that she couldn't transfer the hyperlink text from her web page to a print ad and still have it function as a link. 5. As a teenager, I had a customer try to start a fight because we weren't offering the Taco Tuesday discount. It was, however, the weekend. 7. I volunteer at Stonehenge, and someone asked me when it was created according to the Bible. That was more confusing than the usual UFO inquiries. A woman came to the counter with a bag of mozzarella and asked me about the ingredients, wondering if there were any chemicals in it. I turned the bag around to read the ingredients to her. She grabbed it from my hand, angrily said, "I could have done that myself," and stormed off. 11. I worked in retail, and customers regularly asked if they could take clothes out of the store and come back to pay later. My answer was always no, but most of them were shocked when I said that. 12. I once worked in the wardrobe section at IKEA, where we sold massive, heavy units, typically about 6 feet long and weighing 60 kilograms. Customers often asked me if it would fit in their car. After politely asking them a few times about their car's size, I started asking them what color their car was. It was surprising how many people answered without hesitation. 13. While working at a pet store, one night, a woman came in saying she'd ordered a puppy online, which would be arriving soon. She'd never owned a pet and had several silly questions. The one that stood out was, "Do puppies need water?" Customer: "Aren't these apples $2.49 a pound? Why are you charging me more?" Me: points to the screen. "Yes, they are $2.49 a pound, and you purchased 2.3 pounds, so the price is correct." That's how multiplication works. 16. I thought this was the silliest thing, but it turned out not to be. While working at a department store, a man came up to me with 2 identical sweaters and asked, "Which one is burgundy?" Both were the same shade of burgundy, so I was confused. When I hesitated, he clarified, "Which one is more wine red?" Finally, I pointed at one and he explained, "I'm colorblind and can't tell the difference." It was an honest mistake on his part, but it left me thinking I had been punked. 17. A customer once asked me if our wine was on sale because it was nearing its expiration date. It was actually a fine, aged red wine. Edit. She also insisted she should get a discount because the bottle didn't have an expiration date listed. 18. A customer once spent 10 minutes telling me I didn't know my job because I couldn't find the nutritional facts label on a cigarette box. Why, you may ask? She was desperate to know if these particular Timeless Time cigarettes contained corn syrup, because apparently corn syrup was bad for her health. 21 inches. What time do you close today? We're open 24 to 7. Oh, great. What time do you close tomorrow? 22. I sell stamps at my register. Just a few days ago, a woman asked to buy stamps. I asked how many she wanted, explaining that they came in books of 2, 10, or 20. She seemed confused and asked, "What does that mean?" I explained it again, but she grew angry and asked, "What is a stamp?" Eventually, I sold her 20 stamps, though she remained hostile and suspicious about the whole concept. 23. While working at a famous mouse-based theme park, I was asked, "Can you turn off the rain now? And does the pulled pork sandwich have pork in it?" 24. This might get buried, but hopefully it brings some laughs. While working at an animal hospital, a woman brought her dog in for an appointment regarding lumps on its stomach. After seeing the doctor, she was told that the lumps were the dog's nipples. She said, "But he's a boy." Apparently, she had never noticed that males have nipples too. 25. A customer said, "I'd like to speak to the manager." I replied, I am the manager, and also the only person working today. She insisted on speaking to the owner. I told her, good luck with that. You can email them, and here's my number if you want to update me. Later, I got a furious text from her.